Welcome back to Guns of the Patriots. So,
now what?
well, now we need to regroup one final time. So, time for the final mission briefing of Act
Now
5.
the storm is intensified. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it?
I do. I do indeed. Alright, let's see. So yeah, Mei Ling actually has a plan to attack Liquid's ship.
The Missouri's falling behind at a rate of about 2 nautical miles every hour.
Can't this thing go any faster?
This is basically the equivalent of that moment from A New Hope where they're figuring out the plan to attack the Death Star.
A U.S. military satellite disguised as orbital debris.
Adorable.
Well, that's Mei Ling.
Also, Merrill and her squad are here too.
Well, yeah, they're part of our alliance, so why not?
I like how pretty much we all converged onto the airship.
Well, Johnny got a pair of stylized sunglasses.
The basic idea of it. Well, to be fair, he already had that even before he removed the mask, if you might remember.
6 minutes and 12 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like Johnny Cage now.
Ahem.
Yeah, I don't think this is the right moment for this type of gag.
Also, I guess Merrill's jealous, which means they must be a couple.
Anyway, look at the. Anyway, I love how the Mark III is the one that's being used as the projector.
Might as well.
Get it? Because it's a mini Rex.
Traveling at 10 kilometers per second. To get the precision they need,
May.
they have to get as
May.
close as they possibly
Focus, girl.
She's adjusting her clothes.
Liquid won't launch his nuke until JD is at perigee. The Missouri can use that time to catch up.
Will we make it?
No.
Once Haven stops moving,
mean-
it'll take us an hour to close the gap. After that, the Missouri needs to strike before Haven's launch preparations are complete.
Well, if you don't, you're bad at your job, so,
And she's
don't
got no
fuck it up.
electronic warfare
Shut up, I'm talking.
of any kind.
Also, check that. It's just Merrill and Akaba. The other two members of her squad aren't here.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, they were seriously wounded, so they probably can't really make it. They would just hold.
well, that's no excuse.
Open the cover.
not with that attitude.
I mean, Shuri has a point. Like, come on, nanomachine it up and get some healing in there.
Well, remember, guys, me and Shuri come from a country where a kids' TV show from the 1960s had a joke about how someone being dead isn't an excuse for insubordination.
sons.
That just shows how diligent they are over there.
Yep.
So what to do then?
Very.
Dr. Emmerich is right. That's why we need to destroy GW from the inside.
Oh, I know this one. You need to go through the trenches and then launch an actual photon torpedo inside the ventilation.
There you go, he just said it. He just said it.
Fuck. For context, audience, I did forgot the entire scripting of this dialogue, so my bad.
Oh, you played this game before.
No, but I
You saw the cutscenes.
Okay. Viewing it as a movie, as God intended.
No.
Prevent that nuke from launching and wipe out GW's programming. The enemy relies entirely on electronic means of threat detection. So they
So
won't be able
using
to
low
see
tech.
the Missouri until they surface.
Really, Akaba?
Seriously.
We'll launch the strike
He has no
Okay.
he has no social skills at all.
armored cover opens.
Man could have put. Man's getting it on with Merrill, and he really lets his eyes linger.
Infect it with a worm cluster.
Like, do you want to lose the love of?
Oh,
I guess you're past 15
Liquid is
minutes.
already entrenched within the Patriots network. He needs to stay there.
well, let's put a pin on that for now, Jova.
Won't serve him any purpose.
Yeah.
They can't afford to have GW shut down.
One thing I do like is the contrast between Snake's crew, well, Solid Snake's crew, and Naked Snake's crew. As we've gone over, Naked Snake's crew, while they did save the world back then, would sadly grow distant, cut off from each other, and would pretty much all die more or less rather disgraced. Conversely, here's Solid Snake's crew back together after all these years and properly going to save the world, despite some of them not being in the best of states, still have hung on.
It's basically the new generation cleaning up of the mess of the previous one, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because as we're going to see later, it really boils down to a bunch of fools who thought they were doing the right thing, but they weren't.
Also, yes, as both Mei Ling and Snake explained, in order to get to the designated point, there's a giant tunnel that's irradiated with microwaves, and I guess Snake is the only one who can do the job for this.
I think the only person missing from the crew is, what was her name? Also from Metal Gear Solid 1, the weapons expert.
Nastasha Romanenko. Well, to be fair, Nastasha...
In between games.
Well, the thing is with Nastasha actually, according to Metal Gear Solid 2, Nastasha stopped, she decided to pursue a different career in terms of raising awareness about nuclear weapons. That's why she wrote that book that you can read in Sons of Liberty.
Although given that pretty much now the secret's more or less out in the open, thanks to how the world currently is, I'd have thought she would also come back to contribute in some way. Like, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't break me up too much. Like, out of all the original crew, she was probably one of the ones I got the least. Still would have liked to have
name drop Dr. Magnar. They could have done the same to
Nastasha. Well,
that is true, yeah.
I'm also a Nastasha fan, so I would have liked for her to be in here as well. However, it's much like Java. I'm also not going to let it. I'm not going to sleep over it.
I will say this: I definitely agree with you that it's weird she didn't even get like a name drop at least, like Magnar.
There you go.
Don't flash me.
Come on, guys. Somebody say something positive.
Otacon can't have shit, can he?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, Shiroi, look at it this way. He'll always have Sunny. There's that.
Look. Yeah. He'll have it sunny side up.
Where words are spent, they are seldom spent in vain.
Yay!
Talking in book.
That's one of her that's one of her proverbs from MGS1 Dwibs.
Any other questions?
It wasn't really that bad. Come on.
What does that mean?
I have yes, Snake.
Anybody got a smoke?
Snake, this is a sign behind you.
That's Snake.
Listen, okay, she said any questions. She didn't say they had to be relevant or good.
Somewhere Sunny is crying in rage and she doesn't know why.
Snake, there's a no smoking sign right behind you.
Behind him.
You're saying Sonny wrote it.
Actually, only about a third of it is her work.
That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Naomi was working on a program to destroy GW, but she couldn't quite finish it. So she handed it over to Sonny.
I thought someone was going to ask why, and then people would be like, seriously?
If there was any source code she could use to complete it. Eventually, she found some. It was Emma's worm cluster.
I ran into that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So might as well build on that.
At least Otacon can still light Snake's fire.
Yeah, in a lot of in case you don't know, in a lot of culture, that's usually interpreted as a gesture of "I want to go to bed with you."
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if these two have shared a bunk at some point. I mean, you know, just to make sure Sunny is well protected, of course.
It was like she left traces of herself behind in the structure. But this worm cluster that Sunny created, it's even better than Emma's.
So yeah, basically, and we're going to see this later in Rising, Sunny is turning out to be a big computer prodigy.
I do wish we could have gotten more scenes properly seeing her doing the programming rather than characters having to say, "Oh, Sunny did."
Well, to be fair, we have seen her do shit in the computer during the mission briefings. So, not to mention we can always pause the game at any moment to check on the camera to see her working on the computer.
My point is that I wish that Sunny had more story focus, since, yeah, we do hear that she did this, and we do see her clicking away at a computer, but we rarely ever know the context of it until later. Uh-oh. That ain't good.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. Also come... Yeah.
Are you trying to kill yourself? So, you're dead set on going to Haven yourself. Why don't we get somebody else to go? There's no need for you to do it.
I still have things left to do. Besides smoke.
Yeah.
No more smoking, Snake.
I mean, if you still got things left to do, I'm not sure smoking is going to help you with them.
I don't think so. I've still got things to do myself.
I do like that moment. Like, that's an interesting moment where Otacon says, "Why don't we get somebody else to go aside from you?" And he says, "No, I still have things to do." Now we're going to rewatch this again, but from the perspective of the Mark III. But I like that moment where, okay, the first time Otacon says it, Snake's like, "No, I still have things to do." But then Snake kinda dials back on that and instead says, "Why don't you jump the ship off with me?" So it does seem like he wants, like he's willing to maybe go, but only if Otacon goes with him. That's sweet.
So what are you gonna do? Drive up to one of the soldiers and have a look up his nose?
No.
Still because the Mark III is projecting also the plane.
So I can only move the camera like this. I cannot actually move it around. I cannot actually move around.
Aww.
Well, to be fair, there's not exactly much to see in here, so.
Yeah.
Still no fun.
Yeah.
Alright, now let's actually start this proper. The final act of Metal Gear Solid 5. Old Sun.
Where?
Wasn't that the song that Mark Wahlberg was singing in The Happening?
You mean Hold? No, that's Hold Blackwater.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Blackwater, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? See? Perfectly normal. Anyway. Oh yeah, this scene. This is actually, again, while Mei Ling doesn't have many scenes in this game, this Kojima actually does a good job making them count, specifically with this one. This is Mei Ling's best scene.
So I guess she hung out on the plane with us, and then we dropped her back off onto the boat.
Yeah, she's the captain. But I actually really like this moment between her and one of her officers that you're about to see.
Aye, Captain. Captain?
Yes?
This is my first real engagement.
I see. Your point?
At first, getting assigned to this ship was a big letdown for me. But the inaction was kind of a relief, too. Captain, I'm scared.
Just don't press the wrong button and you'll be fine.
This is also my first time. But I'm not going to let it get to me. Because I'm more scared of what'll happen if I run away. Nobody is going to die on my watch. This ship is going back to Hawaii in one piece. That, I promise.
Right. Thank you.
It is an interesting ideal, you know, the person who definitely wants to be the big hero and maybe let down when they get put.
And then, did you notice that bit? Right after she finished coming on, she immediately went, like, so she like, you can tell she was super nervous.
To be in the position of command.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a great character moment for her.
It is an interesting idea, you know, the idea of a soldier.
Cool badass shot.
Of course, the catwalk.
It ends now. Today.
Plot twist, they actually are walking that slowly. They just wanted to do it for effect.
I'm sure there's a movie that parodies that.
He'll live.
Yeah, guys, you should get a move on you. Why are you walking this slowly?
Not
Thank
even
God
for
for-
effect. I just imagine the wind is blowing so hard that they are legitimately having to walk
There.
that slowly.
Thankfully, we were able to recover Raiden's body from the water, so he'll live.
Yeah, not exactly the magnificent set. My God, Akibat.
Well, yeah, to do Snake. We have to do a project. Oh, and there's actually one more you're forgetting, Snake. There he is.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
I laundered these guys' ideas, then issued them new naked weapons, including that catapult you're gonna be riding.
You make catapults too?
I mean, it worked for the Strider game, so sure.
Since Liquid got his hands on the system, his extra orders stopped coming in. Now that all the weapons all over the world.
Not to mention, look at how cool I look right up here on top of this cannon.
They tell me it's not economical to replace
Yeah,
all
Final
the
Fantasy
weapons
VII
and equipment on
did
the
show that
battlefield.
scenes can become 10% cooler by shooting them atop cannons. Even a slap fight of all things.
Do you even have the slightest idea what's going on here?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
I mean, it's already a better
Well, if
scene
you
because
don't, what the fuck are you doing here?
because the stupid monkey's not around.
Actually, Teo.
Oh.
There it is.
Also, that was a callback to MGS3, right just now.
Yes.
Do one of those leaps and you break your back.
The world
Yeah, throw that tool off the bridge.
Once the bubbles are gone, I ain't got no use for it. It's worth
Wow, comparing the world to soda. That's a new one.
on the side of whoever needs me the most. You dig?
And since the good guys need me the most, well, consider me in your corner.
I mean, I am a salesman, so obviously I go where the profit is.
Essentially, this is basically your justification for using Driving Shop even in the final level.
Honestly, I totally
What kind of magic trick is that?
Oh, time machines, Pedro.
I guess.
What else? Or maybe Draven is better on some D, I don't fucking know.
I love Dragoon.
Yeah, Draven is great.
Kinda wish we could've-
Sorry?
Which Baron Savage, the one of Bond, the one of Atmosphere?
It's based on an actual mythological figure, Dwaves.
Oh,
I
cool.
kinda
Atmosphere
wish-
characters are.
I kind of wish they could have brought Draven back from Metal Gear Rising, honestly.
Smoke will have to wait after all.
Well, Raiden doesn't use guns, he just uses a sword, so I guess to be fair, there wouldn't be much of a purpose.
I mean, he still uses rocket launchers in that game.
True, it's more of a case of picking up from enemies instead of actually having to purchase the ammos or anything. Your points are spent in upgrading your existing weapons anyway, which are mostly, CQC.
Even the monkey snooks.
Just like in the movie Congo.
Goody. I mean, clearly, of course Kojima's a big fan of the movie Congo. All the biggest film
the
connoisseurs are.
The catwalk we just had was popularized by Michael Bay with Armageddon, There's not
Yeah.
much more we can get.
And now we have the final, the Colonel's final debriefing.
Inside, it's crawling with Irving and other unmanned weapons. According to Naomi's data, Haven is crewed by a battalion of enhanced soldiers, each culled from the best the PMCs have to offer.
Of course it is.
I mean, it's the
Right.
final level, so...
And Raiden is trying desperately hard not to yell at the Colonel about Rose.
So yeah, Otacon will stay here with Mei Ling, where it's safer.
PMCs will spread like wildfire across the globe.
Alright,
So
here.
obviously the first thing getting targeted is that ship.
There you go, the final showdown between Snake's crew and Liquid.
Prepare to fire, main gun.
So between this and the movie Battleship, what these movies like to say is that old World War II battleships are absolutely great at combating absolutely alien technology.
The general idea job is that again, in an age where high tech is, can malfunction and cripple the entirety of the world, low tech can be a pressure resource instead.
Alright, here we go.
Actually a detail I like. Shows that one is never fully superior over the other.
Listen closely. This is our last chance to stop Liquid from enslaving the planet.
No pressure.
No pressure, yeah. Now get on his giant robo-penis there.
Meryl, can you hear me? It's time. Time to do your duty. Remember, no matter what happens, I'll be with you till the very end. You are my pride and joy.
You married my colleague's person who's like 40 years younger.
We can talk about that later, we're having a moment.
Yeah, priorities.
That said, I do...
He wants her to remember she's about to go to war, and for all he knows she might not come back, so he wants to tell her just in case, you know.
This is also a good reflection now. He was very overprotective of her beforehand, kind of being a little bit dubious about having Meryl go into combat, so this is also a nice reflection on that. I do wish we could have gotten more scenes involving Campbell and Meryl to build up to this point, but, you know, for what it is, it's good.
Alright, here we go.
There it is. A naked nuke.
Huh.
Let's finish it, Snake.
Do we have to censor it?
Let this be our last battle.
Boy, sure would be awkward if we accidentally missed the shot with the catapults.
Then the onus is
All the
ours
speeches
to
they
bear.
gave in. Wait! We were 45 degrees off the mark! They're gonna shoot there and drown!
Enemy moving to intercept.
Maintain full speed.
Failure will spell doom for the human race.
Again, no
Plot
pressure.
twist.
No pressure.
Plot twist, this is the AI kernel.
GW.
Well, that would just be...
That would be quite the twist.
Yeah,
And then it
plot
shows-
twist. The colonel never married Rose. It was actually... Hey, do you ever wonder why we rarely ever see them in the same shots?
Fire!
The Patriots made it up.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Target hit. Light damage.
The enemy is returning fire.
This is our next plan. We're gonna ram into it.
For impact. Brace yourself.
Ramming. Jeez. Again,
I want my Apple back still.
people seem to love ramming, both in Star Trek and in this.
Alright.
Now's the time.
Almost. Almost.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
Now!
Stay on target.
Whee!
Operation Looney Tunes!
Fucking
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And Johnny died.
And all three of them died of a broken bone structure. The end.
Oh, that's it. Game over. Final thoughts. How many times have we
And Liquid.
in this place?
They all die. Liquid wins.
Game over. Alright, men, they're down and Old Snake's broken his hip and a few discs in his spine have slipped. So shoot him now.
Alright.
Actually, I'm just fine.
My dignity is low.
Surprisingly, no cavalry to greet us.
Where are you?
Sorry, it's my ankle.
Can you walk?
I'm amazed that's all that's hurt.
Are you
Lost
okay?
at your pride.
Hurts a hell of a lot more without SOP.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. They've removed the SOP nanomachines from their body, which means now they're much more susceptible to injury and pain. So,
Which is reflected in the fact that Mara was not acting as aggressive as she was prior. Since,
yeah, exactly.
Arguably, the Patriots were messing with her mind in that earlier scene.
Hey, do you mind? I was about to say the catchphrase. Kept you waiting.
Uh-oh, more frog units. You know what that means.
I mean, we still are missing one BB, so she's bound to be on tier 2.
This one's a doozy.
Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. In the next part, we invade Liquid's ship. And, well, like this. Oh, and look at that. The war slump means sweet deals at Draben's shop. Everything's half off.
Thanks.
Are you sure this is the right time?
Yeah, now's not the time.
I'm feeling very generous.
All times are times to make some money.
No, listen, I know there are a bunch of guns pointing at me right now, but I have to make a quick Amazon order. Be right back.
But Sheila, what if I run out of ammo? I need Draben's shop to, deal with that.
All right, man, he's too busy shopping. Fire!
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
wait for you to buy ammo.
You know, if Amazon was as big as it is now, as it was back then, I bet you Kojima would have worked it in that an Amazon allegory was actually the main bad guy behind the AI and, of course, the drones.
Oh my god.
Alright then.
See you for the next part, everybody, where we start the final showdown. See you then.
Crap, now that I think about it, Sundowner does look a bit like Jeff Bezos.
See ya.
See ya.